made it beat, by the way.
All right. Get old. Something from my back. What's going on, y'all? We are here with another episode of The Corner, and tonight's episode is code switching. So tonight we're going to get into the topic about code switching, whether it be with your family, friends, job, your wife, it's just different things.
Yeah.
Different things can go on or whatever. But we just got through having a little brainstorm powwow and whatnot, and I think we're good and ready to go. So let's just jump into it. Again, we got a camera angle here, camera angle over there, and we're going to start it off. So I'm going to start off like I always do. This is K1, and this is
Mac, Anthony,
Silk,
and we are The Corner. And we hope y'all enjoyed tonight's episode.
Word.
All right. So let's get into it. So, like, for me, just to start off, I know for me, like, I just recently moved into, like, the corporate, I guess, spectrum of things, and I find myself not necessarily being fake, but, some days I just can't, always be me sometimes on the job. So, now kind of being in the corporate office setting, sometimes I have to just know what to say to certain people, even people that got my skin tone. It's an interesting thing you got to do sometimes. But, it's just more so just getting through the day for most people. I know at least for me, just getting through the day and moving on to the next one. But that's just my little tidbit to start off, man. So anybody want to jump in and go off?
Man, I be telling folks straight up, man. Like, from when I clock in, the whole thing changed. When you clock in at a job, bro, you want to be professional. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You don't want to, how would I put it? You don't want to talk no, like, slang and all that stuff, especially in front of, like, your big bosses and everything. Like, hey, man, what's up, kid? Like, goddamn, fuck with me on letting me go home or something. Shout goddamn, nigga tired. You know what I'm saying? You can't do shit like that, man. You actually gotta, you know what I'm saying? Actually, speak with some sense about yourself. You know what you
We reside in Georgia, by the way, so that's why you hear that lingo. But yeah.
Hey, what you trying to say? Georgia,
Nothing.
Georgia niggas country?
No.
I mean, kind of. Yeah.
But yeah.
But I don't.
A little bit.
I guess for me, I'm just saying. I'm gonna at least say for me, like people don't. I don't know. People don't believe that I'm
You from Georgia?
Georgia. Like,
Yeah.
I get
Me
asked
neither,
all the
bro.
time.
I don't know.
People said I sound like I'm from up north, not like New York talking, but like up
I
north.
find that hard to believe.
Facts.
I don't get.
Yeah, y'all don't get it.
I've gotten that a couple times,
But you are from up north.
but I am from.
I'm about to say,
But
Midwest.
From up there.
but still, I.
Whoever said that must not have actually been up north. They just.
No, Brandon said that if I'm not mistaken.
He said it sounded like you from Brandon. Which one?
Oh, you talking about New York, Brandon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon Clark.
Clark.
He thought I was from up there, so I'm like.
Well, that's because you
That's
dressed like you was from New York.
I mean, I always wore Tim's.
This man
I always
had
wore
shorts and Tim's.
I always wore Tim's.
Had a
Those were my shoe of choice.
Had
Not
to
gonna
have
lie.
a butters,
But
boy.
people seem to forget I had Air Forces, but everybody just seen the Tim's.
We remember. But
When you a short nigga, you do what you gotta do to,
That's facts.
bump up your height.
That's
you know what I
also
mean?
facts.
So,
Extra
Walking
2 inches, you
tall,
feel me?
boots and
I
shit.
vouch for Vincent on that with that. That's facts.
I used to be
got
5'6", but now I'm 5'8".
It
Look
count.
at
right.
It count. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, this is an open panel discussion, man.
I know.
Cut me
I
off
ain't.
whenever y'all feel free.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I respect you. I respect y'all. I wouldn't want to cut y'all off like that. So my bad.
But you working at your job and stuff, you feel me? You do want to have some sense about yourself, sense about your surroundings and where you at and who you talking to. Because I could be talking to like a coworker who works with me on my table. Yeah, I'm like, hey, bro, goddamn, go get that goddamn heart rack, or go get me an A-frame or something like that. Hey, appreciate it, kid, appreciate it, bro. But when the managers come around, oh, hello, Mr. Jeremy, what's up, man?
Top of the morning to you, sir.
You
You
got some recuts for me? Yeah, man, I'll knock that out for you, bro. No problem. You know what I'm saying? But once my fingers hit that time clock, the clock out, do-rag on, boy. I'm a whole thug out here in the street, boy.
Super thug.
And you feel me? Music blasting and everything, boy. Like,
We some head, buddy.
yeah. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's silk. They just pulled ain't no thug, but you know,
Yeah.
you put on kind of like a little front. You ain't gotta change your whole demeanor. You know, I don't change my whole demeanor. You know, some of the slang that I use, I kind of use it. You know, with my bosses, but it ain't never no goddamn nigga shit. You feel me? Goddamn, you know, shit like that.
Word.
Outside of work.
Oh yeah.
That vocabulary, boy, that vocabulary be off. Well, I don't even be saying the whole words. Like, no, I don't enunciate the whole word at all, bro. Like, hey, bro, I got my shit, but I didn't trying to get pulled up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Everything will run on a sentence. No punctuation, none of that.
Oh, but shit, and when I worked at Kmart, you might as well call me a white boy, man. How proper and everything I was working at Kmart,
very
bro.
clean cut.
Dealing with customers and stuff, you know, you don't never want to show your ass. I mean, unless you have to.
Because you have to.
I mean,
There
yeah,
are
sports
certain times where you do gotta, like, working in retail. I don't work in retail no more, by the way, but working in retail, dealing with certain folks, sometimes you do gotta show your ass, man. Even if it means getting in trouble, because I had to show my ass a couple of times. Like, that little nice guy. Oh, I'm sorry, let me get right on that. Oh, I can call my manager for you. But when you got an aggravating ass customer just drilling into your ass, hey man, call that shit down, bro. I done told your ass already, bro.
Yeah.
We ain't got it. Bro. We ain't got it, bro.
We ain't got it. Hey.
Bro, I have done that, bro, and like, like the way I went off, bro, it was like, I ain't gonna say it was beneath me, but I was like, where is this coming from?
Yeah. This nigga got fed up.
You wasn't at your higher self.
Right.
Like,
Because at that point in time in the game, you know, same thing. I was working in movie theaters, whatever. You know, customers always write all that bull crap or whatever. And, you know, here I am talking to this guy or whatnot, and I'm helping this lady out. She had too much stuff. And I was like, oh, let me help you with your stuff real quick or whatever so I can get to the theater or whatever. And then when I came back, the guy was like, oh, so all that's free, right? I was like, no, you still gotta pay. Like, oh, well, you gonna go help her out and blah blah. I'm like,
What's that got to do
service?
with
Like, I
it?
was helping her out because she had too much stuff. Well, she shouldn't have got all there. She knew she was gonna have too much stuff. I'm like, hey, bro, look.
How about talk to her about
Right,
it?
like, it's like an issue you want to sell
I'm
whatever.
doing my job, bro.
Right.
I'm just doing my job.
Right.
So I'm over there on the restaurant, just ringing him up. He like, oh yeah, that's free, right? That's free, right? I'm like, sir, this will be this and this will be that. Then when I gave him his total, he decided to get mad, and then I was like, sir, I am not the one. Like, I don't know where it came from. I don't never clap my hands. But at that point in time, I was clapping my hands. I was like, sir, I don't want to have to come, sir. And then my lead came and grabbed me. Hey, Vince, I got this. Just go ahead. Like, I didn't know where it came from.
oh man,
I never clapped my hands
Jesus.
in life, and I was like, where did that come
clapping
from?
his hands.
And I just, to that day, I've never gotten to that point, but I was just like, bro, what happened?
About to say, man, working with all them badass kids at Chuck E. Cheese, you ain't never get to that point.
No, the kids was cool. The
I
parents
mean, you
was
get
just
it from a
doing
kid.
Yeah.
The kids
That's
was
what I'm-
cool.
yeah,
You
that's
get a
what I'm
little
saying.
coin, they run off.
That's what I'm saying. Any parents ever like, you know, hey man,
For
you know,
what?
at
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese, you
No,
feel me?
like-
It's Chuck E. Cheese. Like, I mean,
No,
like,
I never had that issue.
parents usually cool and they get to let
Yeah.
their kids go do whatever they gonna do and then sit down and chill. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I
That's
just
what I
have this,
observe anyway. But
I used to have parents just try to hustle me, like, oh, what can I get for this? I'm like, look, I'm trying to keep my little job, man. Like,
Right.
I'm just trying to do what I got to do,
Right.
man.
I'm still in school here. Like,
Right,
you
exactly.
feel me? Like, I
Oh,
can't really
school.
afford this financial.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, so that's why I choose night shift on a lot of my jobs, because, you know, you ain't got to deal with a lot of folks, you feel me?
That's
Not
a
a lot
fact.
of people
That
that
is a
work
fact.
night
That's-
shift,
for sure.
facts.
you know, and usually night shift is laid back, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I usually do the whole night shift gigs when I look for a job or getting a job, even though I done had the same job for a little minute now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you just gotta be personally. You just gotta, like, in the job field, man. You gotta know when to switch it up, man. When to be professional, and when to be your normal self. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
In my experience, it was almost next to impossible to switch it up, especially for all the viewers and listeners that used to work at a call center. That's pretty tough to switch to your normal self and to keep it and to try to keep it professional at the same time. That's a little bit hard because they harp on that, especially the supervisors, because the same way you got to carry yourself in front of your supervisors, you got to carry it to the customers on the other side of the line, because the customers need to know that you know you may not physically know what you're doing, but you have to at least sound like you know what you're doing. That and that was my thing, cause you know I was working at this veteran based call center, so we was contracted to AT&T, so most of these customers, a lesson in life: pay your shit on time. Just pay your shit on time. You ain't gotta worry about none of all that other stuff, cause the tier 1 troubleshooting, I'm just transfer you to another call. But but still, I still have to sound professional, like I know what I'm doing. Sound invested into the problem, which I do. I take customers' concerns into consideration. But most of the time, it's just late bills. But as far as me code switching, I've had to tighten up my vocabulary, because the job was pretty decent, and at that time I did feel like I could have moved up a little bit, maybe not all the way a supervisor, but something of a leadership position. Because in the military I'm kind of in that leadership position currently. So at that time, at that job, I did feel as though I might have a chance to move up. So maybe I might need to keep this professional look, the way I dress, the way I groom myself, which I take those in considerations every day, but just kind of how I carry myself. When I walk, I used to slouch, and now I walk up straight, shoulders back, chest up, all that good stuff. So, but that definitely also helped me out with sounding more professional and more like I knew exactly what I was doing with the job. Now, of course, it comes a time where you run into a problem with customers that you're dealing with. I won't go deep into the story, but long story short, I was dealing with a customer. Man, I mean, redneck is all get out on the other line.
He called you nigga, then?
No, he called me the hard R, nigga.
Well, I just
Called me.
the
Yeah. Nah, I was ready.
Boy.
Cause he was gonna get one too. He was gonna get a nigga that day, man. Cause he was like, cause I was trying to read his problem, and he was kind of fussing at me at the same time while I'm trying to read it, and then while he's distracting me, I'm stuttering over his complaint. He was like, "Damn, don't you know how to read?" I was like, "Yes, sir, I know how to read." And he was like, "You must be a nigger, huh?" I was like,
You better get one.
Yep.
Give me your address.
Yeah.
I'll show you a
nigger. I was like, I'll show you what one look like. Yeah.
Look, man,
But
I know about them call centers, bro.
Yeah.
Kelsey, she used to work from home.
Yeah.
For a call center for Walmart and stuff.
Yeah.
But one day I'm playing the game, man. I had my headphones on. One muff on one ear, can hear out the other ear.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't want the sound to come through the TV, because it got to be quiet.
Of course.
When working and stuff. Man, she had the lady on speakerphone and stuff. Kelsey talking to her all nice.
Yeah.
Got her nice little voice on. You feel me?
Of course.
Man, one Kelsey said something about expediting it to another level or something, like I'm gonna put my manager on the phone. Man, this lady said, "Bitch, are you dumb or just fucking stupid?" But I almost jumped through the phone. I do not see how my wife kept her composure, boy. Cause I heard that, I said, "Who the fuck?" I'm not supposed to be talking like, "Hey, who the fuck this bitch that she talking to?"
Yeah.
Like, do you know we is killers over here? We'll kill you, though.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
But, bro, I'm just like, golly, bro. And the problem wasn't even that bad, if I'm not mistaken, bro. The problem was they overcharged her by 50 cents. 50 cents. You really calling to complain about 50 cent, lady?
Yep.
Walk outside, you'll find a damn quarter and 2 dimes and a nickel. Hell, you'll find something on the ground. You complaining about 50 cents. What you was gonna do with that 50 cents, man?
I guess you didn't have
Buy one Laffy Taffy? The fuck? Come on, bro. 50 cents.
Yeah.
50 cents.
Yeah.
Bowl of grits at Crystal's? Maybe.
Nah.
That thing about $1.29, so you can't get no man. You feel me? What you gonna do with 50 cents?
You get a great.
Oh, gas station coffee.
Gas station coffee.
Yeah.
You could get you 2 gumballs out of a gumball machine, bro. And you over here crying about 50 damn shit.
They raised some prices on that too.
Price went up. I think like 75.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, come on.
Prices
Yeah.
going
Y'all
up on
taxing the
everything.
babies now?
Oh yeah,
Taxing
inflation.
the
They
Man.
got, like, they only get so much allowance. How you gonna come into their pockets now? Like,
Inflation said these hands rated E.
Hey, everybody.
Word. So yeah, man. So I've had to deal with that. Now funny enough, we'll still stay professional at our workplace, but like during lunch break, we'll get like an hour break or something. There would be a bar like right across the street from our call center too. You know, of course we're gonna hit that bar up and we gonna sip something.
Blow off some steam.
Yeah, blow off steam. We be coming back buzz as shit. They come back. I can't read shit on the computer screen.
Jesus.
yeah.
I can't read shit.
Nigga just had a beer. God.
They gonna rewind this.
Oh no, we was drinking alcohol. Nah, we was drinking liquor.
They gonna rewind this podcast and be like, yeah, what store he said he worked at? What call center?
I ain't there no more.
We gotta go get it there, but for the other people who work there, we gotta go get these niggas. They be drinking on the club.
Well, I ain't say the name of the place, so no face, no case.
Hey, straight up. Straight up.
But yep. And it's funny, you know, as far as with the code switching and then doing it under the influence is quite a challenge. But it was actually pretty full. It was actually pretty fun. It was a good challenge.
It's enjoyable.
It was a very good
when
challenge.
when you have to focus,
When I have to focus,
it becomes a game. Like,
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, man. I was
Yep.
like, okay, focus, focus. Look in his eyes. Don't veer off. He'll know you've been drinking. So, but yeah, sober. You just sober up. You're okay. You had some wings too, so it's okay.
Yes.
Go
You're
to
not
the
drunk.
bathroom
Right.
and you get your
Yeah, you
shit.
got your food. Right, you're on there like you are not drunk.
You are sober.
Right.
Breath bounce off the mirror.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh.
Anyone have a peppermint?
Johnny, you got a peppermint on
Right. Yeah.
Get some gum.
Yeah. Facts.
Same guy that was there with you.
Yeah. Facts.
Oh yeah, me too. I got about
Yeah, man. So you know, a lot of people would view code switching as demeaning to the character, but you know, my thing is, you know, you got a job and you knew what job you was signing up for, so you have to expect what to do in these type of situations. So yeah, man, code switching. My experience with code switching at the call center was actually quite fun. I've actually enjoyed it. I didn't sound like me at all when I was at work. I did.
So you sound just like the Keith.
Man, well, yeah, exactly. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Sounds just like him. I sound like I already had a 401k at 22. I sound like I had a house, white picket fence, kids, all that.
40
Like,
acres and a mule.
40 acres in the yeah. Yeah.
well.
Y'all ever code switch when it comes? All right, let's think about bedding. We ain't married. You know
Go ahead.
We not married. We don't have wives.
Okay.
You feel what I'm
Okay.
saying? Y'all ever do that code switching when meeting like a girlfriend's parents?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Sure.
Put on
Absolutely.
a nice little demeanor for them,
Yeah,
but in the back of your mind, like,
Absolutely.
once y'all go in the room, I'm about to put this shit.
Good.
Once y'all nigga go in that room, but it's over. Like you talking to them. Oh, how you doing, sir? How you doing, ma'am? Yeah, man. I really like your daughter. Yeah, you know.
I think she's just
She's
a
the
best thing
breath of
that's-
fresh air.
Best
Oh my
thing
goodness.
that's happened to me. Like I cannot see myself without her.
Oh.
You know, I really like y'all.
Yeah.
Daughter. Oh, he's such a sweet young man.
Yeah.
They go in the room, goddamn. Hey, you trying to fuck?
Yeah,
Shit.
But-
You know, they in the room. We know they time schedule. They ain't gonna
Facts.
come out of their room for about another hour.
Hour.
So we got an hour.
We got time.
Hey, look.
I got time,
Look,
cuz.
funny thing, when Kelsey came in here, she was like, hey, look at my daddy's haircut, whatever. I'm like, oh, me and him. I was like, oh, my bad.
Oh no!
Hey.
Oh no!
Really code switching things. I had switch years like, oh.
I want to be.
Got it.
I've never had that, and I want to be in that situation so bad. I really do.
Your dad, I thought you were talking
Hey,
about
Daddy.
you know?
Yeah.
You talking about your dad, your father.
Yes, right, your father.
Your father.
Because I'm gonna answer to daddy. Shit. Like, daddy? Yo, what's up, babe? What? Oh shit. Oops.
Go to her pops and be like, yeah, she don't call you daddy no more. She
Yeah.
call me daddy.
She called me.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm the daddy.
I'm daddy.
I'm
Yeah.
the daddy.
I'm gonna answer that call.
Shit, she
Straight
called
up.
me that shit all that night, and your
Hey.
ass was not here. It was me.
Hey. Facts.
But that's, I mean, I know at least for me, that's definitely been a thing. I remember this one girl I was dating. You know, her dad had this whole thing about like, oh, you need to come and have dinner with the family and stuff before you take my daughter out there. I was like, alright, bet. You know, so I came in, you know, of course he was gonna drill me, ask me questions and stuff like that. You know, what do you do? What are your intentions with my daughter and all that? So just knocking each question out, like, oh yeah, you know, I plan on doing this with your daughter. You know, I'm a good guy, blah blah blah. And you know, the whole time I was like,
Yeah.
Little
wait,
bit,
you know this dinner.
Don't ask for dessert.
The dessert gonna be a little
Exactly.
later,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Got all the sweets you need.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Believe me.
But and then too, man, like, you know, code switching happens with family as well. I brought it up several times before, like I had a certain way with this side of my family, certain way with this side of my family, and then it just and in my eyes, I don't see it as myself as being fake. It's just I know how I can act around certain people.
Maneuver.
You know,
Yeah.
I gotta maneuver how I can maneuver around. Like I can't go over here with my grandma. I'm like, yeah, so I just had me you know, a fifth yesterday, mother, and then she's just like a fifth. I'm like, oh damn, my bad. Wrong conversation. You know, like I can't have those conversations. But you know, my other side of the family, yeah, we can talk about drinking, we can talk about the club, you know, just different things we can do, whatever, and I can just work within it. You know, so because I think we had a conversation like this with nature versus nurture. So I think code switching kind of aligns with that one as well. Because I mean,
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
I see what you're saying. I think being able to communicate to a variety of audiences is a advantageous life skill. I grew up speaking very proper,
Still do.
and
and I don't, and for me, I don't see it as proper. I just
Just
see
to-
him
you
talking.
just-
Right, yeah.
right. But like, you know, there are those that, you know, hear the actual enunciation of the full word and be like,
Nigga, why you so white?
right, yeah, but, you know,
you ain't
and
and
so-
he enunciated every letter in that word. He said those.
And then you,
I mean, but like, so it's, you know, it started early with me, I guess, seeing that somehow I am different or whatever, got picked on and hazed and all that good stuff for speaking proper. And back then, I felt bad about it. Like, I mean, like, you know, it's not necessarily just something I'm doing on purpose. Like, this is me.
yeah.
And so, you know, when you get a number of people saying the same thing, you know, the same thing over and over again, you start to really get in your head about like,
Right.
do I need to change? Is there something wrong with me? And you know, start having a little complex within yourself, whatever. But
Right.
you know, so I adapted. You know, I got to the point where like I'm really tired of this, so I'm gonna just switch it up at least visually. You know, I can carry myself a different way to be, you know, closer to accepted or whatever. But the older I got, the more I started really, honestly, feeling confident in that. Because like a lot of the people that used to make fun of me for pronouncing my words and speaking proper or whatever, they ain't really make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you don't want to you know, pronounce your words and, you know, speak a full sentence and everything, know your audience and understand your surroundings, like Silk was saying, like you really kind of pigeonholing yourself into one path.
Yeah.
If you can step in an office and talk to like, you know, a captain of industry in a way that like, you know, you can carry on a full conversation back and forth and everything like that, you open up a lot more windows than if you step to him and he's like, oh yeah, I was up, you know, up the street the other day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, something like that. You're kind of, I'm not saying necessarily that that's how all of them think, but like if you carry and speak in a certain way that, you know, not necessarily makes them comfortable, but they can, you know, level with or whatever, you do open up more opportunities. And it's not just, and like you said, it's not just the workplace. I feel like different people bring different versions out of you. Like whoever you invest your energy with or whatever, whoever you enjoy spending your time around, they oftentimes produce different versions of a person. Like just like we all cool with each other, we know each other, but like let's say like y'all wives and everything, y'all know they know different sides of you because there's certain ways you're gonna interact with them that you don't bring to, you know, your bros.
Sure.
And so like, and it's not just relationship wise, it's friendship wise, because like I've got a whole lot of circles and every circle has its, different sort of vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like being able to be a chameleon, so to speak, is advantageous. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, a lot of people say that it's fake or whatever to try to, I guess alter your mannerisms or whatever for whatever company you're in. But like honestly, if you look at it the way that like different situations or whatever call different versions out of you, like that's still you being that way. It's not necessarily you changing you. It's just you acting, according to what's in front of you or what's around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people need to look deeper into that instead of just saying, "Well, no, I ain't trying to clean myself up. I'm this way. I'm that way. I'm being me." Blah blah. Okay, well, you be you and see where that goes, and then I'm gonna be however I'm gonna be, and I'm gonna go this way. You know what I'm saying? Like we both made it to this point, being how we are. Keep going.
Yeah.
Facts. I agree.
But crispy topic. I like communicators. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like communication's definitely been I feel like a part of me that's honestly in some of the tougher situations I had. If I didn't know how to adapt and communicate in different ways, I would have been still in a lot of those situations or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially let's take police officer encounters and stuff like that. A lot of people, as soon as they roll the window down, they start copping an attitude, getting defensive, and blah blah blah, this, that, and the third. I mean, if that's how you feel you want to go about it, then cool. Because that's not like I'm just trying to say a race thing. Because there's lots of people in general that just for whatever reason a cop comes up to the window and all of a sudden they got a swole pair. You feel me? But in situations like that, I've gotten pulled over in Walnut Grove up there going on the way to Athens. I had some stuff on me, like, you feel me? Like, didn't realize, how bad it was until, like, I've got a police officer pulling stuff out of my truck and everything. But, like, it got to the point to where his whole, like, he was putting stuff, like, on the car, like, the hood was full, you feel me, of just different things. And like I said, this was after a night of coming from, I think it was your house. I had a book bag and everything, had all my stuff in it and whatnot. Everything was all over the hood. By the time he got done pulling stuff out of my truck, there's 6 squad cars lining the road. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Damn well, they ain't got to do all that, man.
I mean, for what was on the hood, you sure. Like, but like,
man, they could have picked 2 cars.
I mean,
6?
They all just happened to be.
What y'all think I'm about to do? Y'all?
From what I was able to glean from like eavesdropping on conversations and whatnot, from the deeper he got into the truck, the more he was like, "Bro, y'all gotta see this." Like, you feel me? Like, it's like bongs, bowls, paraphernalia, like all types of just everything. Literally anything that I would have taken to your house for a session was in my truck in multitude. Like, it was like I lost my whole stash of like smoking apparatuses, all of it gone. Yeah, all of it, literally. And then I got down to a baggie that the gummies were in. And there was nothing left in the baggie but the sugar. And there was a lot of sugar in there. And he, out of all the stuff he pulled out, he pulls up the baggie. He's like, "So what the fuck is this?" And I was like, whoa, that is not what you think it is.
That's not no book sugar, man.
That is right.
That ain't no book sugar.
That's sour candy sugar. And I was like, you can smell it. Like he was like, no, I'll take your word for it. Because like I've been honest and cooperative, up until this point in time. I told him where everything was down to the very last item. You feel me? Like you got me, so like you feel me? I might as well just go ahead and go along with it, because like if I start lying now,
it's
not helping myself. But anywho, so in that crew of 6 squad cars, up pulls a brand new, fresh off the lot, straight out of the light bar shop, F-150, and he walks up to the scene. All the other officers, talking amongst themselves. He comes straight to me. Ask my name, blah, blah, this, that, and the third, and where I was going, what I was doing, blah, 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 this, that, and the third, and I'm being very communicative.
Look,
like,
everybody got their vice, man.
Shooting straight with him. And so and he just starts regularly talking to me, like having a conversation about like what crime suppression's been up to and all that stuff, because that was what was on the side of his S-150. He was a crime suppression. He was the leader of the crime suppression group. And I didn't know that, aside from just seeing crime suppression. Like, I didn't know he was the big boss. He wouldn't, you know. But, so he talks to, matter of fact, he turns around after talking to me, starts shooting shit with, you know, the other officers, talking about, oh, yeah, man, I just got it, you know, it was like $2,000 light set they put on there, this, that, and the third. And, all right, so gets in his truck and leaves. Now, the one that pulls me over finally gets done with his search, takes off his gloves, hand sanitizer, all that good stuff. Comes over to me, he was like, so what did that officer tell you? And I was like, he obviously didn't really tell me anything. He just asked me what I was doing, where I was going, blah, blah, blah. Well, that was the leader of the crime suppression group, and he liked you. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, you were cooperative. You didn't, you know, give us any shit. You let us know where everything was. We didn't feel at any moment like you were about to be a flight risk or whatever, but you weren't a punk, blah, 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 this, that, and third, because they're used to, apparently, you know, people like that. And he was like, so, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to stomp out your marijuana, but I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And I was like, I'm looking at the hood of the Charger like, yeah, are you sure? Like, you feel me? Like, because I feel like, am I getting punked? Because, like, but he was like, yeah, like, it's not very often we get a stop like this. I would like to inform you that we do arrest for weed in this county, this, that, and third. And I was like, so like, I am going to jail? He's like, no. Like, I'm just letting you know that because, like, you know, the whatever conversation you held with so-and-so, you know, the leader of the crime suppression group, he felt it was viable to let you off. And I was like, okay.
Y'all ain't on no scale. It ain't like I was selling it. We appreciate it.
That was the one thing that was not in there. Like, anywho. Let's skip over all that. But anywho, so like being able to conduct yourself in whatever fashion you need to in whatever situation you may be in is an advantage. You know what I'm saying? If you're one way, no matter what situation, no matter what, you know, environment you're in, I'm not saying that it's necessarily a negative thing, but you know what I'm saying, if you don't switch it up, change it, code switch, you know what I'm saying, whatever, how do you know that you're not exploring more better opportunities, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you're limiting yourself if I'm going to be this one, I'm not changing, I'm not conforming, I'm not adapting, blah, blah, blah. Could be hindering yourself.
I got a question for all y'all, because this kind of brings me back to this episode on Undisputed with Shannon and Skip.
Skip.
Yeah, skill.
Yeah,
Skill.
Y'all put me on something. I don't know nothing about
Oh,
it.
okay, got you. It's pretty
entertaining.
entertaining. Yeah, it's pretty entertaining, man. It's on Fox something. Not the regular Fox channel, but it's like Fox Sports 1 or something like that.
Also
Yeah.
on YouTube TV.
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube also. But same thing.
It's not.
Nah.
It's not.
It's another streaming service thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I learned something new then. So, no. Nah, I bet.
But
There's a
continue.
lot of channels though.
So, that's fair. So, there was this episode where Michael Vick was on there, and this was during the time where, you know, Colin Kaepernick took that knee. And now at that time, yeah, you know, significant time, and at that point, you know, it's pretty much off the NFL entirely, right? No teams was picking them up or giving them a chance or even looking in this direction.
Right.
But of course, Colin would show interest in going back into the NFL, you know, via videos of him practicing and doing his throws and
He actually had a couple workouts too.
Yeah, a lot
A
of
couple
work.
of them he didn't show up to, which was like.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Right, but I will get to that too. You know, it kind of ties into that. There was one thing where everybody kind of took it as a hot take because Shannon had asked him, well, what do you think that he should do as far as, you know, getting back into the NFL and having teams considering him, you know, on the team or back into the organization altogether. Michael Vick took a controversial route and says, well, I think first and foremost what he needs to do is cut his hair.
Vic said that?
Vick said that. But he's clean cut.
Now.
Yes,
Now.
but
He
still.
changed his image.
Yeah.
But, but now with that, going into the code switching topic, a lot of people are not willing to compromise their appearance just for the sake of whatever organization's, guidelines or policies and things like that. Do you guys feel that hinders us the most when it comes to opportunities? Whether it be a promotion or just, a better salary, do you guys think that, we can start with you first. Do you think that hinders us a lot because we feel as though we don't want to conform to the man?
Yes and no. I believe,
Okay.
like, similar to last episode, there was a time where things were a little bit more strict, a little bit more, it seemed like they were more aimed in a general direction. But I feel like it depends on where you're working, what the situation is, and, like, what type of situation you have going on. Like, if you're in a corporate establishment and you literally come in, get the handbook, blah, 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 read through the dress code and all that stuff like that. Not to say that this is what you signed up for, but it should be broad knowledge that at this point, walking into a corporate establishment, you need to be clean cut. You need to be, to a certain code to not necessarily be brought to uniformity, but you know what I'm saying. But at least, a business casual sort of demeanor, not necessarily. Let's see here, Kodak Black, for instance. You feel me? Like let's go not him as a person, but let's just take his hairstyle.
Got it.
If you're signing up trying to apply for any sort of, like I said, a corporate job, it should be understood before even walking into the door of that building that you're going to expect a certain thing out of you. So if you are willing to, and well, of course, and again, it also depends on what your resume is looking like, because a lot of workplaces will overlook, certain things for, a stronger candidate. But at the same time, you still have to understand that they are going to expect something, a certain something out of you before you even walk in that building. So now if you go in and you were just, being you, walking in the building, and you're insulted that they're telling you to not be you by walking in the building, I think you should look around. And if everyone else is in this building, because, like, how do you know that everybody else don't feel the same way you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to dress this way. I don't want to wear my hair, my hair this way or whatever. But with certain things like that, that's kind of how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like the military, there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on in the military, but at the same time, that's a contract. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying, like, you get what you get, don't pitch a fit, but, like, at the same, you do have to realize that you're signing up for a whole lot that you might not even really be thinking about once you sign on that line.
Absolutely. The NFL, man, like, cut his hair for being in to make it back to the NFL. You can't be clean cut.
I wouldn't say, I don't agree with that. Because, like, if you think about it, there's so many players with dreads down to their
dreads,
like,
long
braids,
hair,
natural hair, all that stuff.
I think the point
you can't be clean cut with a fro.
But see, I think the point with Vick, he was the point he was making that he did something that some people would call controversial or a smack in the face to America.
He was. It was controversial.
What, the Star Spangled Banner or?
He took a knee during the national anthem.
The national anthem. And the national anthem. Didn't they cut some of the national anthem? Hell, that shouldn't be our anthem as African American black people, whatever you want to call it.
Which is why he was
towards the end of the Pledge of Allegiance. It say something about niggas and all of that other stuff, right?
No, I wouldn't let you.
I gotta look that up. I don't know. I gotta look that up. I would have to look that up.
One of them things, the full
I know what you're talking about, but that's a long time ago.
I would have to look
It
that
don't
up.
matter, bro. Like, why are we standing for that?
I mean,
That's fine.
I get
And that's
you,
what he was
but
fighting
like
for.
the general public today has no idea what you're talking about. So
But I just go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, who is the authority figure on what's business casual? Because you got different cultures that consider certain things as business. And why is it that, okay, if someone has a certain hairstyle or whatever have you, as long as they're clean looking, I don't see an issue with it. Now, if you come in with dread swing looking rough, clean it up.
Right.
Yeah.
But who's the authority figure on that?
But see, I think Vick was trying
HR,
to.
the corporate above the people, like the people
Right,
that
but
run.
who are in them seats, though? They're not us.
People that are clean.
That's also
business
true.
Right.
casual though.
But my thing is,
they're not
if you can walk around with a
Oh,
coat,
well, I
if
mean,
you can walk
yeah,
around with a comb
yes.
over and a cul-de-sac, I should be able to walk around with my dread.
Facts.
Cut that shit off, fam. Like,
Feel me? That don't
that's
look
how I
good.
feel about it.
I mean that's a fair
Yeah.
observation. I'll give you that. But I mean, I feel like there's a gray area that a lot of people try to exploit. Like I mean, like I said, depending on what your resume, what your what references and all that stuff look like, companies will overlook a certain thing. But like I feel like if you walk into a building and it looks like a cornflake could fall out of your head at any point in time, you need to do something with your situation. Like, because like if you look around and nobody, everybody has the general same look, who are you to just now join this, corporation or whatever, and you were gonna be your own person and nobody else has to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And I think to Mike Vick's point, I don't think he was saying that he should cut his hair just because he needs to get rid of the afro. Like, you gotta think about it, what Colin did, because he didn't do that going into the NFL the first time when he was a rookie and things like that. And then later in his career he does this.
Because of what was going around.
That's fine.
But
But now if he's showing interest in coming back into the same organization that he's fighting against,
he does okay.
you can't go back in the same way you left out.
Right.
Because they're not gonna want to bring you in.
That's the world, man.
That's
what
the
I'm
one.
saying.
Yeah.
So basically, because Colin is black, mixed, whatever he is, he took a knee during the Pledge of Allegiance to stand up for us. He has to change his image to get back in the NFL.
But he's showing that he wants to go back to the NFL too. It's
But I'm
not that the NFL said, okay, we're gonna overlook it. We'll just bring it back. And he's showing that he wants to get back to the same very organization that he's, that's a platform that he's, showing his feelings as far as, what the national anthem represents and what the flag represents. And of course, NFL, owned by rich,
Not us.
Biggest thing.
They want to uphold the same image that they've been holding all these years. So that's why I was saying I don't think Vick was attacking Colin just for his fro, because his fro was clean too.
The
You know what I'm
image
saying?
change he went through.
Yeah.
Like, you talk about pre-prison days. Boy, he looked like he was fresh out of Atlanta. Like, you feel me? Like,
and
straight
he's
up.
from Virginia.
And then right, you know what I'm saying? And then
yeah.
that happened, and then he came out, and you got like that man sounds like a whole college graduate talking on sports shows now. You feel me? Like clean cut, mustache, goatee, all squared up, looking uniform and everything. I think he was just. I'm not trying to say that he was saying that it was a race thing. I think he was saying more or less to just get the cleaner image, because like if you come in here looking like Huey P. Newton or something, and not to say that that's a bad thing, but like if you look like you're gonna come in because he had this certain look when he was causing the trouble, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to be causing trouble. I don't see no trouble being caused.
Of course you're not. I'm saying as far as these people who has all these billions riding on this man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there was, burnings, boycotts, all types of stuff over this.
Facts.
So like they're not going to take the same look that put in jeopardy all that money, all the franchises and stuff like that, and bring it back in just like that. Like I feel like Vick was telling him that like if this is something you really want to do, you're not gonna be able to go in there like that. You gonna have, because look at what he did. He literally walked that. I feel like that's why he said that the way he did, because that's what he did. You feel me? And he got back in. Now once you get back in, if they do, once you get back in, then you can, same way we all do. We come in clean cut, me and you like grow dreads and all that stuff like that. Once you establish yourself in there, then you can kind of sort of slowly transition into a more natural, I guess, looking you. But like once you're at the more or less mercy of a corporation like that, especially billions in question, you're gonna have to make some changes. Like, cause like I'm sorry, if somebody offered me $40 million to cut my hair, you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Like, so you will swallow your pride and what you believe on based off of money.
So my hair can come back. I'm gonna let you know that.
Yeah.
But the hair's gonna come back on top of this $40 million that I cut my hair for. You feel me?
But if it's like that, if you gotta change your image and stuff, let's say he get back in, and then he want to grow his fro back, and they like, nah, nigga, you can't play, man. We told you, man.
They can't do
your
that
image.
because every other player in the league is like that. That's his interview. You know what
So
I'm saying?
why the hell is he cut? If he gonna grow it back in the first, if eventually he might grow it back or whatever, why cut your hair in the first place, bro? Like I kind of get where y'all coming from, bro, but I feel like that's just bowing down to the man at that point.
I mean, it's outside of code switching, because at the end of the day, code switching, you do enough not to compromise yourself. You do enough just to make it through whatever have you. But if you're going to the point of, I'm going to do this change so they'll accept me, you're just changing yourself in order to appease other people. You don't want to do that.
Yeah,
so
right.
I think that's outside of code switching. I think that's more so just
conformity.
Conforming to, something that's not really you.
Right.
Now, like I said, granted, like, I'm pretty sure Vick has his reasons, because at the end of the day, he's been through it.
Right.
So he's going to give advice based on what he's been through. So therefore,
that nigga actually did something. But I guess in the eyes of some of the people in the eyes of some of our people, you know what I'm saying, he really ain't do shit, because damn, it's a damn dog. Motherfuckers
niggas do that 15 minutes up the street, like, that's nothing.
You feel me? Like, damn, y'all
that's not
motherfuckers, it
shouldn't be that way. Like, it's
still
a bad.
When
when you talking about something as big as the NFL, that is a big thing, like a major thing.
Yeah.
So like I understand that. Like I straight up understood. Like, no, you doing all that, you gotta get out. Like, you feel me? Because that brings the same way Disney only keeps a certain image, a certain character line. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
that's another topic.
Anyway, but like the same way they like to look.
Sit your ass up there.
The same way they like their people, their cast and all that stuff to remain a clean image, is because like anything that you practice outside of that brings their whole corporation organization under fire. You mean, because like look at Gina Carano, like legitimately I get where you could be sensitive to what she said, but like I feel like people paid a little too much attention to like one specific thing in there, what she said, not necessarily what all she said, but you had folks like hate mailing, death threatening, and all that stuff into Disney just because she expressed herself. You feel me? And she lost her whole job because of it. Yeah. And like I said, you dealing with big money corporations like that, they're gonna have guidelines for you. All right, you want to make all this money off us, you're gonna have to come correct. You feel me? And that's just, if you want it another way, find your own way. You feel me? That's basically how it is. Like if you don't like, that's why my jobs and careers have been a certain way they have. I don't like corporations. I don't like being a number. I don't like just like the stuff you going through at your job where you doing numbers and all they expecting is more. And once you set that standard, that's what they try to hold you to. But not giving you the respect, the pay, or anything on the back end of that. I'm nobody that's gonna bow down to you. Like if I'm putting out maximum effort, I better be getting maximum compensation. Not necessarily money, but at least the respect and the
that's one thing I've always heard or always seen. Like if it's more that's been put on me, of course I'm gonna want more.
Right.
Now, am I doing it to get more money? No, I want to be good at what I'm doing. So,
but if I set this standard, because he's a witness to it. Like I will get out there and get some numbers for you, but you better show me the respect for doing that. Not necessarily, like I'm saying, I'm not saying I want to be paid out the ass for it or whatever. Like just respect.
That'd be nice.
You feel me? Sure, it would be. But like I've never been a fan of corporations. I've only worked for two. That's Hilton and the job. But other than that, I don't like to conform. I'm not somebody that likes to fall in line. I'm not somebody that's going to respect you just because you have a certain title. I'm not. That's stuff you got to earn. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. If anything's going to be called fake, to me, it's like I'm not about to kiss your ass. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I'm not that dude. Like if I respect you and you give me something to like work with as far as that goes, then yeah, I'll conversate with you. I'll be more than cordial. I'll be blah 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 this that and the third.
Right.
But if you don't give me anything to respect, then I'm not going to go out of my way to just like throw respect at you for no reason. Like I came here to do my job, get a check, go home. You feel me? So like as long as there's nothing you can point at in that little parameter right there, stay out my face. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm not coming to work to be like, hey, how's it going, guy that signs my paychecks? Would you want me to kiss your ass today? No, like that is not who I am, bro. Like if you want anything similar to that, you're gonna have to come to me and like talk to me one to one and actually be a person. You feel me?
Right.
Not somebody who's like, we got to get these numbers, man. We got to get these numbers, and all I get is a good job every once in a while, whatever. Like, oh, you had a good day today. I had a good couple of months now. Where you been?
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, so.
The guy that signed my check, I'd be like, hey, what's up? Want my money? I want my money.
I mean,
I want my, and don't get me wrong, yeah, like y'all said, I don't be working that hard because I want the money. That's just in me. I work hard because that's just
Hard
in
work.
me. Hell,
That's
it
hard
makes
work.
time go by faster. Who the fuck
Yep.
want to just stand there and do nothing while time go by slow? You work, the shit go by a whole hell of a lot quicker.
right.
But since I'm in there busting my ass,
Mhm.
and since y'all see me in there putting up these numbers,
Mhm.
give me some money, man.
I mean,
Give me my
that's,
money, man.
I mean, that's fair. Like, especially with
You got
like,
motherfuckers that
especially-
don't do shit that make more money than I do.
right,
Give me some money, man. Show me that y'all appreciate my work.
right.
Need to see
But-
it.
Which is why I'm saying, like, corporations and stuff like that, I stay away from them. Like,
Yeah.
I understand if that's what your mind is geared for, what you want to, pursue or whatever. I'm not calling anybody I'm not judging based off of anybody's decisions. I know what works for me, you know what works for you. There should be no debate between the two. You feel me? Like, that works for you, cool. This works for me, cool. But you got folks that, like you said, try to call somebody fake or whatever, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And it's just like, no. They're adapting. They're doing what works, what gets them forward. What what I'm saying? Like, because to me, like, I understand standing on your your pride or whatever. I'm gonna be this is who I am type of stuff. Like, I understand that, but at the same time, you're coming to these people, asking them for an opportunity or trying to progress in your own life and stuff like that. There's certain things that you're going to have to do to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you stay comfortable, there's no progress. You feel me? There's that you can't be tested if you stay inside your little box the whole time. And a lot of the times, you're not gonna do nothing but watch the world fall on top of you, staying in your little box like that. So like, I don't know. I feel like being able to adapt and adjust and communicate in a wide variety of ways is an advantage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it should be a key life skill.
Yeah, social skills.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, be social skills. I'm trying to get my daughter to open up a little bit more. And even though she's only 2,
She's trying now, though.
She is. Yeah,
She'll at least kind of like peak.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? She used to be like, oh no, run straight back today.
Yeah.
But at least she'll like stand in the doorway and like, I'll watch y'all do what y'all do.
Yeah.
I don't want to join.
I don't let it join.
No.
Yeah, man. And
She getting there.
yeah, she getting there, man.
She
And
talking a lot.
I keep telling
Yes.
him she getting it from him.
what you mean?
That's how you used to be, man.
That standoffishness.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I think that's a
You
strong
can be.
phrase.
You can be.
Standoffish.
You can be.
Introverted, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm introverted about as deep as it goes on this side of the spectrum, boy, because I go to work, go home, that's it. This is a special occasion for me, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, that's it. Work, home, sleep, games,
Podcast.
that cycle. This is it. Like, that's straight up. So, like, I get
I get
introversion. So, but, yeah, like I said, she's coming there. She's coming along. She's getting there.
Yeah, man. And it's funny because it's funny. There's this phrase where it says, it's easier to fix kids than to repair
Yeah,
men,
adults.
adults.
For sure.
And
For sure.
That's a whole nother conversation.
that is that should be the
We should-
pulpit topic.
Okay.
Yeah, we can talk about that. But I just to kind of bring it back to socializing and developing skills where unfortunately it'll come to code switching.
Mm-hmm.
But just getting a good strong base of being able to talk to people at a very young age could set you up for a better outcome in the future.
Right.
and according to my brothers, I did wish I had a little bit more social skills growing up. I did try, but
we got there, bro.
Yeah, fine, but
I'm
not talking about work.
There's a whole squad, bro.
Nah, because y'all in it for life, but
social skills.
But you with us though, so
you also ain't got. You also ain't.
Switch with the best of you.
I was getting ready to say you also ain't got no problem being all up in somebody's face.
Social skills is in, like actually coming up to somebody, talking to them.
You do that all the time.
If I know you.
Nah,
bro. I feel like that was like a group thing. Like,
I met you in the gym.
Yeah,
exactly.
I met you in social studies.
Exactly. It ain't like
you
I don't think
you have been a social
y'all.
person in every setting I've ever
Exactly.
seen.
I've never seen him not speak.
I ain't come up to y'all and be like, hey, what's up, my boy? Goddamn,
I think that's exactly how you came up to me.
You know what? I'm with Vincent. I think that's how you came to me too.
I was shy in school, man.
Shut my ass.
I don't know where that was.
I was shy, man.
I don't
ain't talk
know.
to folks like that, bro.
I think you're more that way now, because you stay very deep in your own lane. But as a kid, boy, no, bro, the whole
You ain't shooting on this man court. You ain't know.
Bro, I didn't know the nigga. I didn't know. He came up.
Well, I mean, I couldn't. I don't even think he knew I existed before.
But I did
That was
tell your
Granddaddy's
granddaddy
house at that
said.
time, yeah.
Your granddaddy came outside. Hey, yeah, man, I got a grandson. He should be over here in a few, man. He plays basketball too. Y'all can play basketball together. I'm like, bro. Alright, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I ain't tripping. Yeah, you gonna be here in a few, man. You can stay out here and finish playing ball. Alright. Tap, 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 tap.
I will say, like I said, that was the one time that you were shy. Is when the first time we met was because we did shoot around literally the whole day and not say one word. Literally, we ain't say nothing until it was dark. It was like, you gonna be out here tomorrow? Yeah, I'm gonna be out here.
Ball, bro.
Wow.
And that's the story, bro. Like,
didn't even know the nigga name, really, guys.
Right, facts.
Hey, like Max said, them 162 niggas different, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Cause me and this man was talking when we was out shooting ball.
And crazy enough, he talked to me first.
Yep. That's how the conversation started.
And he talked to me first. I wasn't saying nothing. He mad because we were sitting in the bus. This nigga came and sat next to me. Oh, what's up, man? And I was like,
oh,
hey, what's good, bro? I wasn't gonna say nothing because
unexpected.
Ain't got no names on the seat.
Come
so I
on,
was
man,
like, you
man.
can see
We know that story, man. It's like Thomas Wayne and Martha, man. We know that story.
Come on. I was gonna get deep in that. I was gonna keep it that way. But
damn, I met you in social studies.
Yeah.
Who was our teacher? Because I don't remember none of my teachers.
Miss White.
I miss her.
Damn, Shirley.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Miss White.
Miss White was awesome, man.
Yep. But yeah, man.
That was one of the sweetest teachers at Alcoa, you mean?
I
ain't meet Mac and Alcoa.
No, we talking about
middle school, my boy.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Alcoa White. My bad.
My
She
bad.
was nice.
I don't know either one.
She was a
God,
really good teacher.
But
yeah, that is one of the things that I did wish I could have developed more, because I would go to school. If it wasn't y'all, I really wasn't talking to anybody. Because I do believe in the future, especially it kind of correlates to the jobs that I work at now. Where it doesn't really require me to talk to people all that time. Like the call center. Yeah, I saw that too. The call center job, that was well out of my comfort zone, as far as just utilizing my skills that I've developed growing up. Because I didn't know how to really hold up a conversation, or at least a professional conversation, to anybody.
Right.
Funny thing now is, I every day now, and I actually did this 2 years ago. Every day, wherever I'm at, I'll at least try to hold a conversation, like not even a long conversation, but just a small conversation to at least 5 people. 5 random people. Just say, hey, what's up? How you doing? Blah blah blah. Hey man, I saw this. Whatever. Kind of just develop my skills, and just being a little bit more open, interactive, and things like that. So I try my best to do that every day now. Now, like I said, I
It's
did
pretty
this
nice
2
goal
years
to hold
ago.
yourself to. Like that's.
Yeah, like I said, just only 5
See,
people.
that's I respect you for that because a lot of people that, let's say, you know, any other introvert, because like I mean we all, like me for example, like if somebody comes up to talk to me, I talk to them, but like if they don't, I'm over here.
Yeah.
But like I do respect that because a lot of people that like I'm not gonna say you find an issue in your character, but like when they feel some type of way about something about them, they don't have that conviction to like actually put forth the effort to help change their, you know, their view of themselves or how they carry themselves or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like good on you for that, because there needs to be a lot more of that in society, because there's a lot of people out here that are complaining about it themselves, other people, blah blah, this that and third, will not put any sort of effort in changing themselves or like the situations that they keep complaining about. And it's like, it's tragic.
I got you.
So respect.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's like I've had to put in a lot of work lately
I
myself
talk to
too.
no strangers.
You talk to no strangers?
No strangers, boy.
I mean that.
Unless they, you know, new workers at the job.
Oh, okay.
But
But
I don't talk to no strangers, man.
Are we wrapping it up, or are we at?
Yeah, I was trying to signal, but it's all good.
I apologize.
All right, y'all. But I'm good on the topic. It was touch and go at a halfway mark, but we made it through.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
But,
got to about 30 something. I was like, all right,
yeah,
let's go ahead. Second win. Let's go.
Right.
But I mean, no, I feel like we covered the topic pretty good. Like, I think we got a couple of different perspectives how people see it and everything. Some good conversation. Like, that's one thing I'm really proud of us all for. Like, even with like, I mean, now we have notice, but like just on the fly, conversation topics and stuff like that. We know each other. We're comfortable enough with each other to actually like carry on like an in-depth, strong conversation. Even sometimes when we don't agree on things, I think it's commendable on us to like we still communicate through it without actually becoming like fully defensive or aggressive or anything like that. We realize each person has their perspective and then just kind of keep going with it. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, it's funny. This still feels like day one whenever we do this. It really do. Like it still feels
have
like
a novel feeling to you.
Yeah, like I still get the butterflies and I gotta drink something, to kind of
pull up.
Yeah, gotta pull up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, but that's a good thing though. So I know that I still want to do this.
Right.
I still get nervous to do this, but I'm still gonna pull up. So
it is coming out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But man, this still feel like day one to me, man. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, but we still here.
Yeah, facts.
Stay tuned, because next week we'll be talking about chicks with the dicks. I'm kidding.
What?
We won't.
We definitely damn won't.
They get in the other camera. No.
So
we don't do that on this show, but
no. Is this mic on?
Yeah, right.
Go ahead.
This has been another episode of The Corner. Tonight's topic was code switching. And, like I said, we got into it. It was in depth as always. Whatever we, like Anthony said, we was able to bounce off one another and, just come to some common ground. You don't have to agree to, be friends, what I mean? So, that's what it is at the end of the day, but we hope y'all enjoy the show. We hope y'all tune into the podcast on Anchor and on Spotify. And we out here. We're making changes. We're doing things, to make it more enjoyable. Like Max said, it's like every day is like a new day. Yeah. So we're going to keep it fresh, man. So y'all stay tuned for the next one. Have a good night. Peace.
Cover your 6. Yeah. This man said chicks with dicks.
Chicks
wow.
with dicks.
Oh,
wow, boy.
Wow.
I made it beat, by the way.